Hey church, it's Pastor Joel here, and I wanted to talk to you today about our Media Legacy Fund. And as I get ready to do that, I first off just want to say thank you to those of you who've been faithful to giving in your tithes and offerings week in and week out. I know it's a tight time for so many people, and your ongoing faithfulness is just a reflection of God's grace to me and to us as a church right now. So thank you for that. Also, though, I know that there are some people in our church who are not able to give anything right now. They're in between work, they're unemployed, they're suffering, they're just different things going on with different families and individuals, and totally get that. That's why we have our care team who is eager to help come alongside you and support you. And so I want to make sure that you know about that and that you reach out if that's the case. But for those of you who are able to give above and beyond your normal tithes and offerings, I wanted to share with you about this Media Legacy Fund. It kind of sounds like a strange name when you hear it at first. Media and legacy, sometimes you don't think of those words going together. What we're talking about is purchasing equipment that allows us to use the tool of media into the future. And we want to be a church that recognizes how important and how necessary the tool of video and other forms of creative media are right now in our world, and they're going to be in an ongoing way. So when we say legacy, we mean this is a way that we're investing into the future. You know, over the course of the last year, we've really recognized how important it is for us as a church to have a digital front door. When we think of our online presence or our digital presence or virtual meetings and things like that, we need to remember that these are tools, but they're not the church themselves. The church is people. We're trying to learn how we can utilize this tool to reach the church. And so some of you guys haven't been able to gather with us in person, for example. We want to be able to use these tools to reach you and to bless you and to communicate with you and to enrich your discipleship and connection to the church and to Jesus during this time. But then there are also people who are not yet a part of our church, who we haven't yet reached. And so that's why the other reason why we call it our digital front door. We want our website and our YouTube channel and all these different outlets to be places where people can engage with us and learn a little bit more about who we are as a people, and also start to build some connections and relationships through those channels. And so while it's not the church itself, it is a front door, a welcoming place for people to come in and learn more about Jesus and the gospel. Keep those things in mind as we talk about raising money for this Media Legacy Fund. And consider, is there a way in which God's inviting you to participate? Again, I want to encourage it to be something that's above and beyond, not something that's part of your normal giving. But if you're able to go above and beyond, we're trying to raise $45,000, and that's just unfortunately how much cameras and lenses and all these things cost, computers and things. And right now we're getting by, and we're able to broadcast our service because we're using a lot of borrowed equipment, and we've kind of also had to go ahead and purchase a couple of items in preparation for this fundraiser. These tools will then be things that we won't just use for our Sunday gathering. We're looking forward to growing in how we use creative media, involving more people from within the body and outside of the body to help us participate together in getting the word of the gospel out to as many people as possible, and sharing stories even. That's another long-term goal, sharing stories about how Jesus is at work in people's lives and in our church and these kinds of things. Pray about it, consider, and then also take a step to give. You can do that on our website. Select Media Legacy Fund when you give and designate the amount that you're able to do that with. And thank you so much for considering and praying about it. And those of you who participate, thank you for your contributions. Looking forward to it. Blessings.